Everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the Let's Scrapbook collection from Bella Blvd. I am also using one of their cut files that they offer to purchase. So I was introduced to them at She Loves Color, and I love them. So they have this cutting guide here that comes with them. And what you do is you kind of cut around the letter, and then place it on your pattern paper and then cut right on that line while you're cutting out the pattern paper, if that makes sense. The cut is pretty much right on. I think I've only went over a few times where I didn't follow like the black line completely and just had to trim off a touch of it. But this is so much more enjoyable for me than regular cut files, backing regular cut files, I guess. So I don't make you watch me do every single color, but what I did is I tried to bring in all sorts of different colors and patterns and then kind of spread them out where I place them on the cut file. So there were a few different ones with the white background, and so I did try to kind of space those out with kind of a more solid background and that kind of thing. I am going to pop it up on some foam tape to add some dimension to the layout. And the photos I'm going to be scrapbooking are photos from Erica Rose Creates design team when she announced the design team, and it happens to be my first design team, so that was pretty exciting. And what better way to use this Creative Friends cut file than to document that? So I am kind of going off of the layout that is on the packaging for the cut file as well. I did change it up a little bit. They, I think, had maybe the Creative Friends at the bottom, but I did kind of get inspiration from that. If there are layouts on the packaging, definitely check them out. Whether you follow it to a T or not, a lot of times it gives you really good inspiration, especially since it's using that same collection. So I am going to add the pink stripe to the top and the bottom of the layout. I did place the cut file pretty close to the middle of the page here, and then I decided to add, I think, more stripes. I think this here, I love scrapbooking. I think they had it in the layout and I really liked that. So what I had to do is really trim off, I don't know, like cut it really thin so that all it said was one strip of I love scrapbooking. So I did add that to the top and the bottom of this page. I couldn't remember if I was using the red side of that or the phrase side, and it is the phrase side. So when I add the photos, I am going to be adding them, one to the top left and one to the bottom right. You can see here I am matting it. I don't think I added white. There's, you know, kind of the white background already, so I didn't feel like it was necessary to double matte that. But did want some extra color. So I added the green to one and I'm going to add the blue to the other. Both patterned papers are also used in the cut file. So just another way to kind of utilize scraps or pattern papers and bring in kind of the same colors. So the way I have them placed, the one on the bottom fits a lot better than the one on the top, and I think it's because of the placement of my foam tape. So the one on the top, I didn't want, well, I guess in the letter that it's going underneath, because I didn't want it to be shown in the middle of the C, so I don't have it angled as much as the one on the bottom. Not the biggest deal, but yeah. I probably would have preferred a little bit more angle or tried to kind of copy the angle of the photo on the bottom. So now what I decided to do was go through my embellishments, which I have a lot. I had bought this collection before She Loves Color and then got more at She Loves Color. So lots and lots of options. I tried not to use any of the product I got at She Loves Color besides the cut file, because I think I have one more layout that I haven't completed from She Loves Color. So what I'm going to do, and we kind of did this on another layout, I think at She Loves Color, but I used all of the icons, all of the crafty icons for embellishing, which was really fun. I didn't really know how I would use a bunch of, I don't know, a paper trimmer or a caddy or a silhouette or that kind of stuff, but adding it like this on a crafty layout was a great way to use those all up. So a lot of them are actually chipboard, which I am loving the new chipboard. I feel like it's almost thinner, but better quality. So I kind of just lined up a cluster on the bottom and then added that Creative Team ephemera at the bottom there. And you can see I still have quite a bit of space on the top right. So after adding everything, what I decided to do is actually add some journaling to the top there. I have journaling strips from Close to My Heart still, and so that is what I am going to end up using. And apparently I'm getting ahead of myself. There's little buttons and bits and pieces that I am adding to the layout here first, but I am going to end up adding journaling strips here at the top. Definitely want to, journal about my first creative design team. It's a great experience, and so adding the journaling strips, definitely a different place than I normally would add them, being at the top there, but I like how it looks. It flows with the layout really well. So once those are placed, it's really just kind of finishing touches for the layout. So these little buttons I thought were great to kind of add all around. There's those fun like circular pieces. I did add one to cover up the edges of my journaling. I'm kind of picky about that. I don't love like the edges. I never really cut them straight. And so I always try to find a way to kind of cover those up. But adding the finishing touches to the layout here, I will link this collection down below. I think it is a great crafty collection. However, I did learn at She Loves Color, it's actually a really great collection just to document everyday memories. There's enough in it to kind of document anything. If you didn't watch my She Loves Color kind of project share, go back and watch that if you want some inspiration for this, for something besides scrapbooking. I was kind of surprised at how many layouts. I think we did 5, and none of them had to do with scrapbooking. So definitely check that out. Again, I will link this down below if you are interested, but I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.